What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this Tuesday edition of Sharp Shorts. I'm going to get right into it, gentlemen. So, one of my guilty pleasures as of late is watching the popular TV show called The Bachelor. We all know exactly what The Bachelor is about. Sometimes there's a bachelorette, bunch of guys, bunch of women compete for a guy and or a girl. Well, this season was Arie Luyendyk Jr. He was the Bachelor. He is the son of two-time Indianapolis 500 winner, Arie Luyendyk Sr. Arie Luyendyk Jr., decent race car driver. I think he won 1 races and 70 starts. The son is never as talented as the father. Dale Earnhardt Sr. won 7 NASCAR championships. Dale Earnhardt Jr. never won one. Won a lot of races, but Dale Jr. could never measure up to Dale Sr., and it was certainly the case here. Anyway, so Arie Luyendyk Jr. Was on The Bachelorette, I think a few years ago. I don't keep up with this stuff. I just decided to watch it. Good morning, Rick Claire. Good to see you in here. Eugene, Coyote, Kevin from Sales. Funny reference there. So this season's Bachelor is unlike anyone that we've ever seen. So to make a long story short, of course, the Bachelor, Arie Luyendyk, whittled the girls all the way down to 2 girls. It ended up being Becca K, which is on your screen to the right, the brunette girl, versus Lauren B, the blonde girl on the left of your screen. Well, at the end of the show, Arie ended up choosing Becca. He proposed to Becca. She won The Bachelor. Will you marry me? She said yes. But then he did something shocking last night, or at least that's what we were told last night. And he broke off the engagement with Becca K. And they showed the breakup unedited on live TV. And it was bad, man. Obviously, Lauren was crestfallen, heartbroken. Arie tried to stick around and say, hey, is there anything I can do? She kept telling him to go. We all know how this is. As men, when you break up with a woman, you're just going to have to understand the woman is not going to make you feel better for dumping her. If that's what you're looking for, you're not going to get it. She's not going to make you feel any better. That's what Arie was trying to do. So, of course, people in the audience with Bachelor Live, shout out to Brainwaves with the $2 super chat, women were shaking their heads. Oh, I can't believe he did this. He's being vilified all over America as the player. Oh, I can't believe he proposed to Becca if he really loved Lauren, etc., etc. We're going to get into that a little bit later. But from a red pill angle, Arie Luyendyk Jr. was 100% correct to dump Becca K in order to pursue Lauren. And he kept it 100 with Becca. He told her, the reason why I am breaking off this engagement is because I am still in love with Lauren. Now, we can all sit here and say, well, why didn't he pick Lauren first if he really wanted to marry Becca and vice versa? Listen, I'm never going to judge a man on why. I'm never going to act or pretend that I know what goes on in a man's head in that particular situation. I've got my theories, and I'll go over those in just a second. But I want to make it clear that Arie Luyendyk was absolutely correct. He was right to dump Becca to pursue Lauren, and I'm going to tell you guys why right now. So here it is from a red pill perspective. We're going to look at these 2 women. We're going to do the tail of the tape here, just like we do in boxing. So first, we're going to break down just a small breakdown of Becca K. Becca K, beautiful woman. She's tall. I would say she's probably, 5'10", 5'11", tall as drink of water. Beautiful long brown hair, gorgeous eyes. She's a beautiful woman. I would put her probably at about an 8 out of 10. And I'm telling you, any lucky physically, from what we know, would be lucky to have this woman. She's from Minnesota. She's 27 years old. She's a publicist, so she's got to be a little bit outgoing. But again, Becca K is a great girl. She seems to be wifely. She seems to be homely. She told Arie throughout the season, or at least toward the end of the season, listen, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to be your wife, ready to have your kids. Arie and her talked about this stuff ad nauseum. And then, of course, he ended up proposing to her. Well, there were, among other things, 2 major red flags that Becca K had that Lauren B absolutely did not have. And I believe that these 2 red flags are ultimately the reason why Arie decided to dump Becca K in order to pursue Lauren B. I'm just going to call them Becca and Lauren. I'm not going to talk like one of these Bachelor, groupies. The 2 red flags for Becca K. The first one, she had 2 tattoos that we know of. If you notice, if you watch the show, Becca has a tattoo on her hand right about here. It's a cheap tattoo of a cross. Well, red pill aware men, we know that a tattoo, a tattoo is a red flag as it is. We know that all women with tattoos have slept with a lot of guys. This is mathematical. I've never met a woman who has a tattoo that was not a slut. That's just how this is. And this tattoo was a red flag. On top of that, after Arie proposed to Becca, they went their separate ways. Of course, they had like their honeymoon period. Then he went back to Arizona. I think she went to Vegas and LA or whatever the case may be. So she sits down right before he's going to break this news to her that he is about to dump her for another woman. He says, well, how was Vegas? Right? So now your fiance for the time being, what does she do after the honeymoon? She goes to Vegas. God only knows what happened there. We already know that she got another tattoo on the inside of her wrist. So red flag number one for Becca was the tattoo. She already had one that we know of. Then she went and got another visible tattoo after she got engaged to Arie. Red flag number two, and this was a big one. Her ex-boyfriend, Ross. If you guys watched the season, or if you heard about it in the news, Ross is Becca's ex-boyfriend. And I think 2 or 3 episodes ago, I think they were in Peru or some South American country, Ross, Becca's ex-boyfriend, came and crashed the party. He was there to propose to Becca, and he was going to offer his hand in marriage. So first he goes and talks to Arie. And when he walks into Arie's apartment, it is clear that Ross is a Chad Thundercock. He is Kevin from Sales. He is tall. He is good looking. He has the physique of an NFL linebacker. Style, dressed to the nines, handsome guy. Becca had broken up with Ross for whatever reason. I'm sure it was probably because of him cheating. They broke up only a year ago. So they break up, and then less than a year later, Becca is trying to become engaged to Arie. That's not to say that Becca didn't feel true feelings for Arie, but this is a red flag. Not only that, Ross is physically superior to Arie. We can all sit here and say, well, Arie was the sweet guy and this and that and the other, and she loved him more. No. Becca stayed with Ross on and off, as they called it, for 7 years for a reason. Dude, he probably fucked this chick there is no one probably who has fucked Becca like Ross has. Guys, listen, look at the guy. Google it. Ross, Becca's ex-boyfriend. Tall, good-looking, bulky guy, great shape, great style, fucking underwear model looks. And he confronts Arie. He's like, listen, I'm here to get Becca back. I loved her. We were together for 7 years. I fucked up. I did wrong, but I'm here to make it right. Arie's head was twisted because the night before they had their fantasy suite date, right? Which means he fucked her. Let's not beat around the bush about what the fantasy suite date is. Arie fucked Becca, and then Becca's ex-boyfriend, her bull of an ex-boyfriend, Ross, comes to crash the party. So, of course, Becca shoos him away, but now Arie is concerned about the fact. He asked her, after the whole thing went down, he said, look, is this guy going to be a problem? 7 years is a long time, and you can't tell me that a little bit of you doesn't still have feelings for your ex-boyfriend. Or he said 7 years doesn't just go away. Basically, he was concerned. And it's funny because one would think, well, it's a long time. Well, obviously it's a long time. That's why you're concerned. Look at the guy. Anyone with red pill awareness, when they see an ex-boyfriend who looks like that, Arie Luyendyk developed a confidence problem. Even then, he ended up picking Becca in the end for reasons known only to him. And I've got my theories about that. I'm going to get to that in a minute. DudeWat212 says, why are we gossiping about a show? Because I want to, and this is my show. This particular show had red pill implications all over the place, and if I want to gossip about a fucking show, if they have red pill implications, that's exactly what the hell I'm going to do. So please save. So listen, I like you, DudeWat12. Don't question my decisions on my shows. I'm not going to justify this shit to you or anybody else, but because I'm a good guy, I'm going to tell you that this is the first season of Bachelor I've ever watched, and this had red pill connotations all over the place, including up to and including the end. Okay, good to see you're a good sport about it. Okay, good. Anyway, yeah, guys, listen, I've got a temper problem. You guys know I go to anger management once a week. Anyway, let's move on. So let's go to Lauren B. Lauren B, 25 years old, from Dallas, Texas. Her occupation is a tech salesperson. I'm sure she is. She's probably also done pharmaceutical. Listen, we all know that pharmaceutical reps and tech sales reps are absolutely hot. Lauren B, she's a blonde-haired, I think brown-eyed dude. The chick is a bombshell. Lauren B is a solid 10 out of 10. Look at her. Somebody said in my mentions on Instagram that she looks kind of like Christine Leahy. And guess what? She kind of does. Christine Leahy, she gives me a headache, but I would still bang Christine Leahy. She's hot. Well, the reason why Arie had trouble with Lauren in the beginning is because Lauren was very much of an introvert. She didn't want to open up to him. I've been hurt in the past. And she just didn't open up to him until the last few episodes, and then he brought her to the finals. Well, the last couple of episodes, when she went to meet his family, when they had their last date, she had completely opened up to him. She wasn't all wild and crazy like Becca was, but she had come out of her shell, and her temperament for a wife is spot on, guys. It's uncanny. Lauren has wifely personality. Okay, the main difference between her and Becca is that Becca is an extrovert and Lauren is an introvert. And when it comes to long-term relationships, guys, introvert trumps extrovert. That's all there is to it. Okay, yeah, you know what? Lauren has the personality of a ceiling fan, but that is the right temperament for a wife. I'm not saying that Becca's a bad mom or Becca would make a bad wife, right? To me, Becca would probably make the better soccer mom than Lauren. Listen, Becca's beautiful, she's outgoing, but when it comes down to it, you want an introvert for a wife, not an extrovert, because an extrovert is far more likely to cheat on you than an introvert, because an extrovert gets more opportunities because she is an extrovert. When you're outgoing, when you're talkative, when you light up the room, when you're the life of the party, you get eyeballs on you, female and male. Okay? This isn't to say that Becca would ever cheat on him, but guess what? If Becca were ever to cheat on him, who do you think that she would cheat on Arie with? That's right. It would be Ross, the bull, the linebacker, underwear model of an ex-boyfriend who showed up to crash the party, who she had broken up with not even a year ago. These were major, major concerns. So I think that Becca's lingering ex, that did her in. Okay, so now we've got the Becca versus Lauren situation. Lauren is the introvert. She has no tattoos, right? Wonderful, strong family, strong father. Her father was a pilot for the U.S. military, all right? Lauren has a strong father. No, they're not the most outgoing bunch in the world, but they are stable, and they back their kid 100%. Lauren is superior to Becca in every way. Yes, Becca has a much more open personality than Lauren, but you don't want your wife, the future mother of your kids, to have that kind of personality. Even Arie's family was blue pill. Arie Luyendyk Sr. said to his son, well, listen, I think I like Becca better because she's a go-getter and she can give you a kick in the ass if you need. All right. Then later on in the episode, Becca said she wants an equal partner. She wants to be able to challenge him. Right. So on one side, you've got a woman with now 2 tattoos. She's got this alpha of an ex-boyfriend, which means that Becca is what? She's an alpha widow. And an alpha widow will always go back to that alpha. Ross is that alpha. And as soon as there's trouble in paradise with her and Arie, guess what? Arie's going to think in his head, she's traveling to Vegas for some sort of publicist convention. I wonder who she's meeting up with. Arie might have wondered who she met up with when she was down in Vegas. If Ross was able to find Becca in Peru, you don't think he could have found her in Las Vegas? I'm not saying that Becca cheated on Arie with Ross. I'm just saying it's not out of the realm of possibility in a red pill sense. We all know how women are, man. She got her beta bucks in Arie. What's to stop her from going for the alpha fucks one last time with Ross? In the end, Arie's masculine hard drive, okay, while he initially chose Becca because he thought she measured up. Becca represented everything that American women think they should be as wives. She was outgoing. She had a career. She's 27, so she is close to the wall. She's beautiful. She's close to the wall. She had this outgoing personality. She hit every conceivable, measurable statistic. Even Arie's family gave Becca the seal of approval. This is why Arie initially went with Becca, because he thought that this is what he should do. American men, the country over, are marrying and wifing up women who they think measure up according to the feministic standards. Outgoing, career, extrovert, right? She's got a tattoo. She's badass. That means she's ready to rumble. She can challenge her man. Equal partnership. Nope. Arie's masculine hard drive told him, and you know what, it's funny, I'll bet you Arie probably can't even explain why he decided to go with Lauren instead of Becca. But we here in the manosphere, we know why. Lauren's younger, she's hotter, she doesn't have a tattoo, and she's an introvert. Those are very important things. And listen, to women watching this thing, that's a big deal. You want to lock down a high value guy and marry into a family like the Luyendyks? Guys, guess what? You can't be a busybody being all around. A publicist has to be in public. No, Lauren wants to be a stay-at-home wife. She wants to take care of her man, and she wants to take care of her kids. She's not interested in being out there, being free and being this extrovert. There's no lingering ex-boyfriend that we know of. Women don't like Lauren because she represents everything that they are not. She's hot. And women, it's funny, like you go to message boards, women are, I hate Lauren because she has the personality of a doorknob. No, sweetheart. That's not why you don't like her. You don't like Lauren because you know she is wife material. And she has shown America for the last 2-3 months why she is wife material. Dude, she lingered in the background. And every once in a while she would kind of open up, but she closed up. She didn't jump at Arie. She didn't try to suck his dick on the first date. She said, hey, listen, I like you, but I've been hurt in the past, and I want to make sure this is real. And as soon as it became clear to Lauren that this thing was real, dude, she went all in. She told him the last night, she says, look, I'm ready to go all in. I want to have kids with you. I want to wake up and drink coffee with you. I want to go walk the dogs at the park. I want to live that American dream. This isn't to say that Becca didn't want to do the same thing. But when it comes down to it, the reason why Arie dumped Becca to pursue Lauren is because Lauren is simply the better choice. Younger, hotter, and introverted. No tattoos, no lingering ex-boyfriend. Gentlemen, that is more than enough to change the mind of a man who made his decision on national TV. And having to break up with Becca, dude, I'm telling you, I've had to break up with many. I've never broken up with a woman via text. I've broken up with every woman I have ever broken up with in person. Gentlemen, it's not easy. It is not, dude. I've been kicked. I've been hit. Girls cry. Dude, it sucks, but guess what? It has to be done. Arie faced it like a man. He says, look, I'm in love with another woman. I made the wrong choice. This is over. And to Becca's credit, she acted like a lady too. She says, all right, cool. Here's your ring back. Get the hell out of here. What the fuck is this? She could have acted a goddamn fool. But of course she knew she was on national TV, so she did not. Be that as it may, they both handled the situation about as well as you can handle it, being in front of millions of people. So, ladies out there, men out there, you white knights, you guys can hate on Arie Luyendyk all you want to. Arie made the right decision, and he knows he made the right decision. When he proposed to Becca, something along the way told him, I've made a mistake. Just because a man has not been exposed to red pill truth doesn't mean it's not laying dormant in your mind. It's in your masculine hard drive, guys. It doesn't go away. That's all there is to it. Arie Luyendyk Jr. absolutely made the right decision, and they're supposed to be doing another 1-hour special where all three of them are on the stage. And again, this isn't a gossip show or anything like that. I mean, it's good of Dude Watt 212 to sort of question me on that. But anytime something, and guys, I mean, all of the dude, you can just see the red pill truth with every woman. There was one girl on there who was named Crystal. Dude, she was a complete two-faced bitch. On the first date, the music is playing and she opened up and, I've been hurt and I've had a lot of boyfriends. I'm like, dude, this chick is a super slut. You are a personal trainer. You have the body of a man. You have no tits and anyway. So I'm not suggesting that you go back and watch the whole season of The Bachelor. I'm just letting you know that people are going to be talking about this and they're going to call Arie all kinds of names. You traitor, you player, you philanderer. Listen, Arie, take all the slings and arrows, brother. Because at the end of the day, you 100% absolutely made the right choice. And the only people that need to really care or worry about it are you, Lauren, and the Luyendyk family. Thanks for watching.